Leo, your weekly love tarot reading begins with a Four of Cups, a Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Hierophant. Your person in this connection is coming in with Empress energy, Eight of Pentacles, King of Swords, and you have a Nine of Swords. At the bottom of this deck, you have a Two of Swords, which is a decision, right? Moon in Libra energy. A decision that's very difficult to make, right? Oftentimes, this energy at the bottom of the deck, it's going to be some of the emotions and energies that are rumbling underneath of the surface here for this reading. And oftentimes, this Two of Swords, it's like you're caught between a rock and a hard place. The two choices that you're given are very difficult to distinguish, you know. You oftentimes don't want to go with either choice. And it's really a call to go within and find another way. So let's get right into it, Leo. We're going to come back to that bottom card. Four of Cups energy for you, and your person is coming in with Temperance. So this is the energy you and your person come into this period with, just separate of each other, I believe. But we're going to get clarifiers. Four of Cups for you. You're not really giving enough energy, much energy, right? You're not giving any energy. You're being kind of aloof, unavailable emotionally. Just not willing to entertain anyone who's coming into you. Empress energy is how your person is resonating. So right now, this individual in this love connection is really luxuriating and taking care of themselves. They are feeding or nurturing themselves in a way that is refining them. Right? That's what it feels like strongly here. This person is putting a lot of effort into themselves in terms of their physicality, their health, their mindset even, right? This is a period for them where they are loving themselves, right? So let's begin to get your clarifiers to come out, okay, Leo? Because I'm really wondering about this Four of Cups. Why are you really pulling away? Let us see what is going on. We have an Ace of Pentacles and Hangman energy. There's a new opportunity that comes in, and you're really cautious about it, right? I feel like this may indeed be a love connection that you have with somebody that may be on and off, right? It may not have been sort of established just yet, or it may not be some kind of really long-term committed relationship that already has history. If you do have history here with this individual, it feels very disjointed and on and off. I say this because this Ace of Pentacles comes in and it kind of indicates that there's a new opportunity coming in for you and this person to be together, to begin another life, to begin a new life. You're apprehensive though, right? You're not showing any energy just yet, or you're not showing any any interest, right? You're not showing any interest just yet, and you're doing that on purpose. Your person is coming in with Hangman energy. They've been stuck very much in a holding pattern. Hangman energy is a very interesting card. Oftentimes it's a desire to sort of, it's an inspirational desire that comes in to suddenly do more than you've been doing. A lot of times it's described as frozen energy in readings, but really the Hangman isn't frozen, or he or she is not being stopped from doing something else. This is a choice, right? For a long time, there wasn't much inspiration in your person's life, and they really did not have the energy or inspiration to really bust out of that. They weren't necessarily happy, but they kind of were like, okay, well, I'll just keep on going with this status quo sort of thing. It was easy, even though it wasn't ultimately for their own progress, right? So, Hangman coming in for your person indicates, Leo, that they've just recently become, in fact, very inspired to suddenly change their whole perspective. Now, how do you both see each other? You see this person as a Queen of Swords, Leo, and they see you as a Eight of Pentacles. So you see that they are clear-headed. You can see that there is a deep honesty that they're resonating with, right? For you, they see you as an Eight of Pentacles, Leo. So right now, you're working very hard. You're working, you're putting effort in. There is, in a very physical way, right? You're doing a lot. You're being very focused. And you enjoy it, right? This is something you want to do. And so your person can see that you're very busy with all of that, right? Let's get more clarifiers. But this Queen of Swords, she is very the Queen of Swords has been through quite a lot mentally, right? She's the one who has had to survive a lot of insecurities and doubts, demons that have haunted her mind, her sense of confidence, right? Her vision, her clarity, right? And so she's beaten that. She's beaten that time. You can see that it's clear skies ahead. But this has come at a lot of work, a lot of effort. And so she's really requiring a lot, right? She's not going to put up with any BS, Leo, and you see that. I believe you know this person and you can see a huge change in them. Five of Cups, wow. And Queen of Pentacles. This is an old connection, Leo. This is a past connection, Eight of Cups energy. But I believe what has happened here is that this individual has left. You may have left them, they may have left you, right? But there's a feeling here, especially from your side, Leo, of not being able to let go, right? So, taking into account your vibe, your Leo energy, right? You have a lot of pride, Leo, right? You have a lot of pride. You have a lot of love. You have a lot of passion. You're one of those signs that will go back to an old lover, right? You're also one of those signs that keep lovers around just in case, right? But it feels very much like with this Four of Cups here that you're just being very aloof and pulled back because you don't want to put yourself out there, right? To be hurt, right? Because you're interested in this connection. You're clearly going back and looking at the remnants of the cups, looking in there to see, is there anything left, right? We spilled some blood, we've spilled some tears, is there anything left? So I believe that, Leo, this was a very difficult relationship at one point. Your person definitely has come through a lot. You have worked a lot. They are coming into Queen of Pentacles energy. I think also, Leo, you have begun to see, in addition to this change, there's a very physical change that has happened here. With that Empress and that Queen of Pentacles, which are both ruled by Taurus energy, right? Very similar energy. It feels as though your person has really worked hard on getting themselves together. They may have lost a lot of weight. They may have gotten some mental health therapy. They may have taken care of their mental health. They have certainly put effort into their environment, their surroundings, right? To make the way that they're living very much match this kind of resonating up of themselves, right? And you see all of that, I feel like you want to, you kind of want a piece of that. How do you see your roles in this relationship? You have Queen and King energy here. So for you, Queen of Wands; for them, King of Wands. Interesting. Again, Queen of Wands energy here, Leo, just seems to indicate that you see yourself and this relationship specifically as a karmic connection, a soulmate karmic connection in which you have learned a lot, right? Your person coming in with King of Swords, they first resonate with Queen of Swords, which is how you see them, and they see themselves next level up, King of Swords energy, the highest level of the Swords deck. So again, it feels like this may be a revisiting of an old relationship where, and remember, Leo, these readings can, of course, be vice versa, and they're not going to, every part of this is not going to necessarily resonate with you. There may be themes in here that resonate. But it feels very much like you've begun to see the beginning of this change, this clarity that has come in. Clearly, your person has put a lot of effort into their own self. You also have done a lot. You've been just working, right? Stacking your cash. But you've been learning something along the way. You are definitely shy about, putting your heart too far out there with this person, because I don't think that you're entirely sure how this is going to go, right? You're not entirely sure if you guys are going to have the right kind of connection, if you're just going to be hurt. Why is that? Because your person is resonating with a lot of severe kind of strict energy. Whatever they've gone through, Leo, they're coming back with very set boundaries, very set way of communicating. They are not really going to take any nonsense. They're not going to take any games. It feels like there may have been some games played in the previous iteration of this connection, right? And so your person, after going through this work that they've put into themselves and begun to value themselves, they're not really going to put up with anything at all, right? And I think that you see that, you feel that, you have an intuition about that, and so you're kind of cautious. King of Swords energy comes in because your person ends up in this connection with you very much sort of being direct, very direct about what they want from you, what kind of relationship they want, what kind of relationship they're going to tolerate, what level of communication they require, right? So there is a chance here for a reconnection, but it depends on whether or not your Queen of Wands has really learned what she needed to learn, Otherwise, don't bother, right? Don't bother sniffing around this person if you're not interested for real, or if you have not made the changes, or if you know yourself, Leo, that you have not matured to the level that you require, because you already know that they're coming in, strong. They've resonated up, right? And so they're just not going to deal with half-assed energy. They just require more because they're bringing even more to the table. It's a challenge. It feels like a challenge, Leo. 6 of Pentacles for you. Your person. 4 of Pentacles. They're going to be quite specific with you, with that King of Swords energy, and that kind of clear, intentional communication with you, because one of the things that's very important to this person is maintaining the stability that they've worked for. Queen of Pentacles indicates that they've come from a very difficult place. They've come from a place in their life where they didn't have very much. They had to be on their own. They had to do everything on their own to build everything. They've probably had quite a few failures before the success came in. And the most important thing for them is to maintain their stability, because this person has very much learned their own value. For you, 6 of Pentacles, you're going to have to give, right? Again, this maturing up is necessary to compete. You definitely are required to go into a strong queen energy, Queen of Wands, to keep up with that King of Swords. But also, there will be a requirement for you to give of yourself, to give of your time, maybe even to give up your money, to put more energy in, to put more practical work in. Words are not going to be good enough here, right? Just the desire to get back, the desire with that Eight of Cups, it feels very much like a regret here, or at least at the time there may not have been a regret, but you know in your heart that you lost something that was really good, even though you're still being really proud about it over here. Let's take a look at your possible outcomes. We have Hierophant and Nine of Swords energy. Yeah, possible outcome here. Hierophant energy for you. There may be a desire here for you, Leo, to lock this down in a very traditional way, right? Nine of Swords for your person. A lot of anxiety here, you know. A lot of worry and anxiety. Worry that things aren't going to go, in a positive direction. Remember, Leo, this is definitely a reading for a Leo and someone in their life that, you guys have been around this block before. You both have hurt each other. I believe there's love here, I do believe there's love here, but there is definitely a worry because there's not a lot of cup cards here for your person. Yet and still, they're willing to have that conversation with you. I think more than anything, they're still kind of not devastated, but, they're still kind of healing from the last go around that you both had. And I think they just have a lot of anxiety and a lot of worry that it's just going to be the same thing again. Remember, they really had to pick themselves up and rebuild themselves and get their life together. You, however, come in, that Hierophant energy. It may be indeed that, you come in with a whole new different outlook, a much more sort of traditional, grounded sort of outlook for this connection. Let's get your oracle cards now. Spirit of communication, feminine spirit, spirit of Gaia. So there's been a lot of texting back and forth, a lot of maybe emailing, you may have been chatting on the phone. Feminine spirit, receptive, intuitive, nurturing, right? There's definitely a receptive energy and intuitive. It seems very tentative. It feels very tentative though, right? Like very much like, okay, let's see. Are we going to be able to do this? Or is it going to explode again? Spirit of Gaia, Mother Earth, family creation. Your person is definitely in a creative mode, a nurturing sort of stage in their life where they're really just all about anything that helps to nurture. Again, that decision is there. There's going to actually be a decision about how to move forward. I think that Two of Swords goes both ways for you and your person. So while they require certain things and they're very honest with you, I think they have hope that this can work out. But I think that they're still so nervous that it won't, and that's what gives them anxiety. I think when they really truly desire you and want this, but they only want this relationship with you if it will be not what it was before, if it will be free of the toxicity that you both had. Lizard and bee energy for your animal spirits. The lizard is fire and the bee is air. The lizard is really, the lizard is one of these heightened sensory animals, right? The lizards in the desert, very quick to see anything moving, very quick to respond. Oftentimes, though, lizard energy, being fire energy, is a little too much. They're a little over sensitive or over perceptive. Sometimes they can get very lost and see things that aren't there. So take care with that energy. Bee energy is air energy, and everybody loves to be around the bee, right? The bee is very sociable, very kind. The bee can communicate with everyone. The bee is the great mediator. The bee is the one who wants everyone in the social group to feel good, to feel confident, to have their space. They bees live in colonies, right? So they understand the need of people or energies working together, right? And so anybody who resonates with bee energy, they're the glue that keeps the group together oftentimes, especially the one who's able to communicate, the one who is able to solve problems of communication. Take that for how it resonates for you, Leo. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining me. This is your weekly love tarot reading. If it resonated for you, please go ahead and like this video. Consider subscribing to my channel or sharing this video to your social media, to your friends and family and people that you think may resonate with it. All of those actions really help my channel, and I really appreciate when you take the time to do that. But for right now, Leo cross watchers, I am just going to wish you all love, life, and happiness, and hope to see you guys right back here on my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot, next Friday for your weekly love tarot reading. Bye-bye, Leo.